Hello everyone! Today is another Mail Goodies episode. As you can see, I have some Amazon boxes here next to me, so let's tear them open and see what's inside. So first up, let's take a look inside the smiling envelope. Okay, and there we have it. It is a Crucial MX500 1TB solid state drive. Getting started guide and a little tiny solid state drive. Also comes with the 9mm spacer that you can add on if you're putting it in a laptop. So this will hopefully be an easy little upgrade to my Ryzen build to remove the current 1TB hard drive and replace it with this guy. And then once I've swapped out the 1TB drive in there, I can actually put in a bigger 4TB or something along those lines to use as a storage drive, since I'll have two fast solid state drives in it. I'm considering making a video on how to migrate your data from a hard disk drive to a solid state disk, so if you think that's a good idea, definitely let me know in the comments below. I might do it anyway, but yeah, 1TB solid state drive. It was on a really good deal for Cyber Monday. Now we've got the biggest of the three packages. It's a PowerColor Red Devil RX580 Golden Sample. So this is one of the high-end RX580s from PowerColor, and it should be a substantial upgrade over the current GPU that I have, which is a 7970. So let's open up and see what is inside. Unfortunately, I don't think this was one of the cards that was part of the free AMD game promotion, so there's not going to be any free games with this one. Here's the card. Hopefully see it there. It's as you would expect. Now the back plate on these cards does not actually come in contact with the GPU. It's just there for structure, so hopefully that helps a little bit with graphics card sag, but aside from that, it has no other purpose. This is actually a very hefty cooler. Looks like we have 3 heat pipes on this side and 2 heat pipes on this side. 1 smaller heat pipe and 4 larger ones. So the cooler itself is a mix of plastic and metal, so that's not terrible. It will definitely be interesting to see how this card performs. Hopefully be doing that soon. Our final box. This is a much smaller box. We've got one 120mm fan and two 140mm fans to put into the Ryzen build system. The two 140s will be on the front as intake, and the 120 will be on the back as exhaust. So these should help out the graphics card a bit so that we can get a good performance view of it, and it should help with the airflow going through there. I wanted to make sure that the airflow in the case wasn't going to be a factor in the thermal and performance testing of the GPU. And this is just a little mini tripod. I thought this might come in handy for my little webcam because it doesn't quite sit high enough just by itself, so let's see if this works out. Okay, so let's take a look at the Noctua fans here. This is one of the 140s. You can see it's one of the Chromax fans, so it's completely black. And it comes with the little different colored bumpers. So yeah, it's just a standard Noctua fan without the terrible color scheme. And for my case, I'll probably use these red anti-vibration pads as well as the black anti-vibration pads, because you only get 4 of each of the colors. So in the end, you're going to end up having to use the black ones on one side unless you buy extras. But that's fine. Only the side facing into the case really needs to have the color accent ones. So this is the NF S12A fan. which is the airflow fan rather than the F series fans, which are the static pressure fans. And this fan will work really well on the back because there is no impedance to the fan on the rear of the case. It's just the open grate behind it. As well, this should run a little bit quieter than the F series fans would because it doesn't need to produce as much pressure behind it. And it should look interesting in the case. It'll be nice to have all black fans, and it will perform a lot better than the default fans from the Fractal Meshify C. Okay, so these are all of our mail goodies items for today. We've got the little mini tripod, and this I'm hoping will be better for my little webcam than what it's currently doing, which is sitting on top of the monitor. I'm hoping that this will be able to bring it down to a more reasonable height. We'll see. Got the 140mm Noctua Chromax fan. It's a pretty beefy fan here. It looks like it is 0.13 amps, so it's a decent fan, and it should move a lot more air than the default Fractal design fans that are in the Meshify C. I've got two of these, but this is the only one that I put the bumpers on for right now. I've got the 120mm airflow fan from Noctua, also a Chromax fan, and it uses the same amount of power as the 140mm. So this one's going to be the rear exhaust fan, and it should do substantially better than the current one while being substantially quieter as well. We've got the 1TB Crucial MX500 SSD. So this is going to be a big improvement over the 1TB mechanical hard drive I'm using in the system right now for storage. This will be substantially faster, and I'll be able to put my game library on here without sacrificing the NVMe drive. And like I said, I'll also be putting in a larger storage drive in the system as well to act as an archive drive so that I don't have to worry about running out of space. And last but not least, we have the PowerColor Red Devil card. And this is the Golden Sample Red Devil card, which just means that it has a higher boost frequency out of the factory, so it's a little bit higher overclocked from the factory. The boost frequency on this card is the same as the base frequency on the 590, so it'll be interesting to see how this card performs. Unfortunately, I don't have any other cards other than a 7970 to compare it to, but it should be an interesting upgrade over that, and it should make for some interesting data as well. I hope you enjoyed this mail goodies episode. I know it wasn't too long or substantial, it was just a quick one. But if you did enjoy it, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you know anybody that might be interested in it, then definitely share it with them. If you haven't already, then consider subscribing to the channel because every subscriber makes a big difference. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon if you do subscribe to the channel so that you're notified whenever I post new videos. So we'll definitely be making a video on the performance of the 580 here, and we'll probably also do a video on migrating data from a hard drive to one of these SSDs. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.